What is up, guys? It is Subzeroburn, and we are here playing with Legos tonight. This honestly is one of my. Let me see here. There we go. That's a little bit better. I think so, anyways. So tonight we're here with one of my favorite things in the world, which is Legos. I love playing with Legos. Now, this is not Lego brand. This is actually brickcraft. But I am okay with that. You know why? Because brickcraft still does some amazing stuff. Even though they may not have some of the other licensing that Lego does, they still have amazing products. So what I did is I set it up to where, hi, how's it going? You will be able to follow the instructions with me while I build this. Because, like I said, this is one of my absolute favorite characters. Because Bender is just, bite my metal shiny butt. I know that's not exactly the way he sounds because his voice is like way lower or whatever. Anyways, this dude even holds the drinks. I don't know how you can see that. Here, let's try it on this one. There we go. He even holds the drinks. I don't know why I cannot get this camera right here. I cannot get it to zoom in, but that's all right because that's not the important part of this. The important part of this is we have got tons of stuff. Oh, I cannot wait to get this built because this looks really awesome. Okay, now let's see here. Because usually, okay, bag 4, bag 1, bag 1. I don't know how many different sets. I have no idea what all is included in this. Alright, 3, 2, 3, 3, 2. Ooh. The pieces are actually like shiny. That's pretty awesome. That's part of 4 though. So that'll be some of the ending stuff. That's cool. Alright, so I'm assuming we're going to be going in order on this, which is cool by me. Join BigCraft. Oh, check this out. They even got the Futurama ship. That would be awesome. That's only 382 pieces. Except for Bender actually moves, so I think we're on the better end of this. Builder tip: don't just throw them all out. Make sure you separate your pieces so you know what you're doing. I gotta tell you, I am 44 years old. I have been playing with Legos for so long that these nice little prepackaged baggies, we didn't used to get that. We got a box that when you shook it, it sounded like a bunch of broken eggs. So, if this works out right, you guys should actually be able to follow along pretty easily, maybe. Let's try and put this, we're going to put this down just a little bit. Ah! The stupid light is in the way. Alright, let's do it that way. Alright, so, first off we're going to need one of the first bags. I don't know which one. I swear, if I need scissors to open this, I'm going to be mad. I would be so mad if I needed scissors. Alright, so I don't know what's part of what. I don't really care. Alright. So let's see here. The first step is we're going to need 2. I will get this right. 2 of those. And then 1 of, which one is that? And this one. So we got to take these 2, flip them upside down, put them together. And then we got to put this on the inside. So that ends up looking like that. Now, if you guys ever saw any of my other Lego videos, I usually try and be pretty thorough on letting you guys know like what pieces we need for each step. This one looks kind of cool because it almost looks like it's a gonna be a like motor or something. All right, so we gotta turn this. Yeah. Oh, so we gotta add that to this. All right, so we gotta add that in there. Then we're gonna add these two to the bottom. So that way, this kinda turns out like a square. Easily you can see that. Alright, and then from there, we need, not that piece. It's a two-way. It almost looks like this, except for it's got both sides look the exact same. To me, I call that a combiner. Because that's what it does. It combines. Oh, come on. Where are they? Where is it? Dude, if you guys cheated me any pieces, found it. Ah! I'm trying to keep myself out of the way. But you see how that is both sides like that? Yeah. But that just goes on the bottom. So we got that. Ready for page 2. Ding! Oh, cool. So we're going to build this backwards to where that's going to actually be. Alright, cool. So where's the other piece? There it is. So we're going to do this kind of the same, just a little bit backwards. So that's going to go on the same, like that. And then I'm pretty sure, right here, we're going to add 2 of the, yeah, we're just doing this backwards. So right here, we're going to add 1, then we're going to do 2, then we're going to put a second one on there like that, so then it looks like that. And then we're going to add the top pieces, just like we did on this side. Except for instead of starting with it, we're going to end with it. If I can find the pieces. There's 1. And there's number 2. Got 'em. Sorry, I keep wanting to put it like right in front of the camera, and for some reason the camera's like off center. It's really weird. Pixel Forge, I understand now why you put this camera at half price, but it is still a neat one. Alright, so now we are right here on 6. No, we just did 6, so now we're on 7. So now we need 2 of, oh, come on, where are they? There's 1. There's number 2. And then we need, those are flat. So we need, there's 1. And we need a second one, just like it. Come on, you guys are supposed to be helping me out, telling me where the pieces are. Because I don't know where they are. Okay, well, we're going to put 1 on here because I know the way that this works, at least from what I can see from the little blue lines here, is this is going to end up looking like this after you add the flat piece. So we're going to make 2 of those. So where is, there it is. Finally found it. Got it. On to step 8. Ding! Ooh, that looks cool. See, these are some interesting pieces. I've never seen these pieces before. Like, this is one of the nice parts about going out and buying, like, different sets, is because when it comes to that, when you buy sets from different things, because of whatever the manufacturing process is that they go through, they're gonna look differently. So they're gonna do different functions or whatever. So we're gonna do that to both of these. Come on, where's the other ones? I know they're here. There's one. Whoa. Wait. Oh, they need to be gray, not, or like, I'm not gonna say gray. They're like tan, off gray. I don't know. Okay, look, for real. I'm going to use this camera. What difference of a color is that? Because to me, that is not tan. It's not white, of course. It's definitely not gray. That's weird. Anyways, those are the pieces we're looking for anyways. So now that we've got both of those done, we're going to put them on the sides here. So that way, that clicks together. This clicks together. And now we have our center part of something or other that I couldn't tell you what it actually is. Okay. On to 10. That looks a little bit harder because we're looking for really weird pieces. Okay, so how is this set up? I don't think it honestly matters at this point. No, it really does not. We just need it. No, this is upside down. Ahaha. So we need it like that as we set it down. Then we need one of the single pieces like this. I'm trying to show you without dropping the pieces. One of those. We need one of these. These are the weird pieces. Like, these are shaped so oddly. One of those, and we need one of these little guys. These little humpy bump things. I don't know how to say it. Okay, so we're going to take this. On this side, we're going to put that one. And then for this side, put that on there. And this is going to go like that. Alright, so that's the way this ends up looking. I'm assuming, oh no, we got this one next with this one. That's going to go there. Then we're going on to step number 12. We're going to finish this tonight. The book came apart. No. That makes me very, very sad. That makes me very, very sad. Alright, there we go. Now, from there, we need a 4. We need a 2. And we need to add those. So there's the 2. And then the 4 is going to go on over here. So that's just kind of flat. And then from there, we need one of these 3s, which are the oddball 3s. That one is going to go right here. And then we'll add our single one, which goes right there. And then we got this little black jobby thing. There we go. That's the way that looks. Like I said, I wish this thing would focus better for you guys. But that's the way it looks. That's the way it should look. Pretty awesome. Then we got the next step, which is I don't know what, because the way that's put together, basically what this is showing is that this piece is gonna go right here. Basically, it looks like it's showing that it's supposed to be a I don't know, like that huge gap in between there, which doesn't seem right. Because I've never seen, when a thing is building like this, that kind of a gap. Weird. Alright, well, I guess we'll find out here short enough, because that shows that one's going down there. That can't be right. That one's there. Now, what color is that one showing? One gray. And that's showing like this one over here. Alright, this is the way I'm going to try this. Is this being like this? That's the way I'm going to try this at this point. Alright, and then we got this piece right here, one of the 1x2s. That one actually does go up on top of this little black piece right there. I don't know how this is going to work out. Like I said, we'll find out soon enough, because it's either going to work or it's not. Alright. Now we got one of these. I like these pieces. These always look cool. I got some of these. I bought an owl that had like some purple on it. And man, that thing looks so cool. Oh, we're only using 2 of these. Okay, so that one's going to go here. How is that possible? Is there really only a 3? Oh, there is. There is. I did screw up on that. So that's not a 4x4. That's a 3x4. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. And actually, if you, I don't know how well you can zoom in, but if you can ever zoom in on this, that actually shows exactly what that should look like. I was right when I was putting that together. Okay, so put this there. And then we got a really weird one that I've never seen before. Check this out. This is like, I hate this. There we go. That one's weird. Like, it's like all, I don't know how to say it. But that's the way it should look at this point. But right, I can't think of how to do this on, right here, this piece right here is that little corner piece. But it's like rounded. I've never seen that before. That's pretty cool. Alright, so this goes up and goes right here. Apparently connects right like that. Okay, so we got this right here. We got this right here. We're going to put this on right like that. Right like that. This is going to be weird, because I've never seen. Oh, now we get to work on this side. Now we get to work on this side. Oh, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, I was right. Alright, so we're just going to put that there. Then we're going to have to grab one of these and one of these. It should be the only one left. And it is, it looks like. Alright, so see how that's starting to shape up on both sides? It's starting to be pretty cool. I wonder if this is his chest plate where he holds all of his beer. That's what it's kind of looking like. Bender. Bender. Alright, put that off to the side. And then we got our 4. And then we got 2 that goes there. So that way it looks like that. Flip it over. Like Star Wars. On to step 19. I like doing stuff like this. I absolutely love Legos. Y'all ever want to start me a fan account? Just ship me some Legos. We're good. I would for real do this for days on end, man. Alright, so now we need a 6 and a 1. Put that together. Holy wow. What? Okay, why is this going so off-center all of a sudden? Okay, so we need a 3, a 2, and the last one of these, which is going to be that. Behind that, this one goes that way. So this ends up looking like this. And that goes onto here. And we gotta put it, should be straight ahead. Yeah, like that. So that's gonna go straight like that. And wow, this really is weird. Okay, so that's the forward part. So this is gonna go right onto here, like that. So it looks like that. So all these little dot things are facing forward. Alright, now we got the other 3 one, which is gonna go crud. Where'd it go? I have seen it before. In my dreams. Right, there we go. Alright, so that's gonna go beside there. This is almost like the way the other one was. Almost. So this will go behind there. Alright, so that's the way that should look. Once you get that finished. It's kind of cool having 2 different cameras. That way I can at least help show you guys a little bit better, like what all goes where. But I know some people have never played with Legos before in their life. Some people have never played with Legos, which blows my mind because, like, that's, to me, that's like one of the things as a kid that every kid should have Legos. Every kid should have Legos. Alright. Now, on top of the little black piece there, you gotta put one of these 1x2s. Like that. And then we're gonna add one of our little friends here. One of our little side shield dudes. And then we get to do the same thing we did on the other side, which is awesome to me. Because I love these pieces. Take that one, and there's the other corner one. See? Those pieces are just cool. I really like these pieces. They're just so different. That's another reason that I love Legos too, is because there's so many different pieces out there. So many different pieces. Alright, now we get to add this to the other side. I think this is the actual, like, freezer thing or whatever. Like, his chest plate. And the only reason that I say that is because... crap, it came off. Don't do that. Because this side has the hinges for what would be the door that'll just like tsh, tsh, tsh. What's next? Alright. We got the 2, the 1, and the 3. We got this. We got this. We got not that. This. So on the 2, we got the 1, and we got that. So just like it shows down here in the instructions, that's the way that'll end up looking. Yeah, that's the way that'll end up looking. once you actually finish it. It'll look like a Tetris piece. You guys ever play Tetris? I love Tetris. I like playing video games. Alright, let's see y'all. Let's see y'all. What in the world is this talking about? Did I miss something back here? No, I did not miss anything back there. But this is showing that on this piece right here, that this is going to go alright, so what this is trying to show is that this here, we're going to put it right here, because that would be the third spot for that single one, just like it shows here. That's what it shows anyways. We'll see how this goes. So now we got to do a second one. There's that. Here's this. And where's our 3? Got it. Got him. Hee. Alright. So there's that, and this. So that's what that should look like. Yet again, another Tetris piece. Just in the opposite direction. So, according to that, that'll be in the third spot too. So, we gotta put this right here. To where that looks like that. Yeah. I'm not trying to drop anything, I promise. Ooh. We get to play around with more of these pieces. I kind of like these pieces. Alright, so those go at the end. I'm trying to keep my eye on the chat too, just so I can see you guys. Just so I hopefully don't miss out on anything when you guys are... If you guys text me anything or tell me anything. Even if you tell me I'm lame, I'm good with that. Why? Because... well, not everybody enjoys everything. I don't expect them to. This is just one of the things I really love doing. Alright. Come on, where is that other piece? There it is. Found it. See? And then on the end, we get to put... These are some weird pieces. Like, that is such a weird little piece. Like, this is something, if they would have had these made... back when Legos first came out, like back when I played with them as a kid, dude, I would have made so many different things. Like, I'm sure I would have come up with some way better designs than just little airplanes. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Alright, now to figure out where that's going. Alright, that goes... Oh, cool. So that's why the 2 little spots right here are open. Is because they're going to go right inside there. So that's going to go right up there. To where that is just one even flush. Flush item. Now, that goes... yeah, right here. Put this straight on here. And try and line everything up. So hopefully when we put this on there, it doesn't break apart. So that ends up looking like that. Sweetness! Dude, this is going to turn out to be so cool. Oh, I cannot wait for this. Alright, so now we get to finally use the white ones. This is on the back side, right? Yeah, this is still the back side. So we're going to add those. One there. One there. And one here. So that way that looks like that. Don't worry, I promise. Eventually, I will get better at doing these kind of videos. I promise. And then 3 of these. What? That's weird. Okay, these pieces right here are going to end up having like little hinges on them. And I don't know what kind of door this is going to open. But that's what these are for. I'm assuming it has something to do with these pieces right here because those have the hinges that go to that piece. I'm not positive though. Where's the other one? There it is. There we go. Man, those were hard to get on there, but they're on there finally. That's going to be a big door. Alright, here's that. Next page. Ding! I'm not kidding. We are doing this until we are done. Because I cannot wait to get this done. Alright, so we need a 6. And then we need one of our little fun ones. I like those ones. I know. I should probably check into a mental ward. Ooh, I almost broke that piece off. That would not have been cool. Let's see here. I'm sure the next one. Oh, no. No. We're going for the big boys now. Check that out. Check that out. Because now that's wanting us to put those right where we put this, because that had to go down. When you put that on, that one wanted to bend inwards. That was scary. So now we get to put these on here. I'm telling you, this is going to turn out to be really awesome. Because poor, good old Bender has full plate mail now. Yeah. Anyone that knows anything about old time Renaissance stuff, yeah. So Bender's going to be unstoppable. Ah, trying to set that up. Alright. There's that and this. That and this. I can't promise anything except that and this. Alright. Let's just get that on there. That on there. Oh, come on. Go on there. Don't scare me like that. And then we get to turn that side into that. Full plate mail. Gotta set the rivets in place. This is gonna be cool. This is really gonna turn out to be cool. Promise. If I can flip the page. I was right. Alright, this is going to be a little bit on the hard side. Because we're going to need 2 of the 6s. And we're going to need a bunch of these. But for starters, we're only going to have these looking like this. And then we're going to put the other ones on. So that way, this is going to look like that. Which I'll show you on the other one. That's the way it looks on the back. I think that's his butt. That's Bender. That's Bender right there. Kiss my metal yellow butt. Alright, so there's that part. Now, we gotta put on... Okay, we do put on both of them. Okay. There we go. Now that we've got that. Now we get to put on the doors. So we're going to take 2 of these pieces. One at the top. put a second one at the top. That way those look like that. And then we are going to add the small little middle one. So it looks like that. And then that is what is going to connect inside here on the white side. Try and show you. That's going to be hard to put on there because you're going to want to be careful about. Actually, that did way better than I thought it would. What? I honestly expected that to like open. That makes me very, very sad. I wonder if we flopped this around. I'm not messing with it right now. We'll play around with it later, after we get this built. Why? Because when it comes to Legos, the best thing about them is being able to edit them later on. Oh, whoops. I missed some stuff anyways. I gotta take this off. Darn it. No, that's not. There we go. I'd rather have it come out looking like this than having accidentally pulled off the entire top half. I'm okay with that. Alright, so we need 2 of the 6s. Got them. 2 of the 4s. Got them. Now to figure out how this wants me to, okay. So right below there, and right at the side, yeah, all the way out the side. So as you see there, we put the 6 right here. This should be right at the bottom of those 2, then the 2 4s, and then the last 6 will go right here at the bottom. And then we got 2 more 4 pieces, and those are going to go at the top. Oh, that must keep it from actually like, okay, I see what it does. The reason I said I thought it opened is because there's all this room over here at the side. So I honestly thought that from here that it was supposed to like open up like as a back hatch. Because if I remember right in one of the episodes, I swear he opens the back half of himself to do something. Like he was messing around with someone or something. I don't remember. Come on, go on there. No, 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 no. Alright, get those put back down into place. Get these all lined up. Now we'll put these back on, since I screwed this up. Now this should go back on there right. Should. If I can find the right side of it. Alright, so then we'll just click those into those in place. Yeah! There we go. Now that's good and solid. How do you like his keister? Oh, that's interesting. I wonder what that's for. I don't know how that got in there, but I know that's part of it. Unless that's something off of one of my like cameras or something. That'd be really, really terrifying to me personally. Alright, now let's do this. Now we have this lovely little piece here. Then we have this lovely little piece here. And according to what you're looking at on the instructions, it should go right like that. Then we've got 4, which is going off to the side. Another 4 that's going to go off to the side, just like that. So that's where that should look. I don't know if you guys can actually see like the lines, like where the actual pieces like go together and stuff. I don't know how well you guys can actually see that. Alright, now we need this 6, which is going to go down here at the bottom, like that, on the bottom side of everything. Then we need this piece right here, which is going to go right up here, right up there. Then we need this one, which is going to go right there. It's going to go right there. And we got a flat one. That's going to go right behind that one. Next page. Ding! Now, that piece, which is going to go right on the other side. Just like that. See where it is? Right there. Yeah. Alright. Then we have... Oh, interesting. So that actually is a viable piece, because it goes right on the little, like, middle piece right there. So that actually does go right there. Right there. Yeah, buddy. So then we got 1. Then we got 2. And then we got 3. Welcome to Espanol. 1, 2, 3. Ah. I hate doing this because it always makes me think that there's an extra piece I forgot to put on somewhere. I hate that. Now, we get to finally put our refrigerator together. Ain't that awesome? That's his whole torso right there. That is cool. And then you got the little refrigerator door. Thanks, Bender. Appreciate it. Alright, we'll put that off to the side for now. Because we gotta move on to the next part. Told you, I love playing with Legos. I like building the original stuff and then just tearing everything. Yes! We get to do his head. Alright, on to... These pieces, the way they look, had better glow in the dark. I'm not kidding. I really hope they glow in the dark. Because if they don't, I'm going to be depressed. That is going to make me very, very sad. Número 2. Escuches. So how many of you guys have actually watched Futurama? Me personally, I have watched every single episode, and I gotta tell you, it made me cry, especially his dog. That's like the saddest part of the entire series, minus when he gets in that time warp or whatever and ends up him and Leela. Anyways, when she ends up finding out. Sorry, I'm trying to see if. Okay, for real. This looks like it should glow in the dark. According to this picture, it looks like it should glow in the dark. Personally, I think it should glow in the dark. I think that would just be awesome. Alright, so we need the 2 first halves. I'm really trying to keep this as best as I can. I really am trying. There we go. Because for some reason I keep wanting to like put the stuff over. Yeah, anyways, right here. So we got these two, and then we've got this one. And that's supposed to go right in the middle. So those look like that. Then we need... Where are the pieces? There's one. We get more slopey pieces. Love it. There's the other one. Got it. Got it. Wait, did I get that? Yeah, I got it. Number 2. Ooh. That's interesting. Alright, so apparently we're going to be using a lot of these style of pieces. Like, these are definitely different. So we got these ones right here, so we need 4 of these. So those ones are going to connect here. Is that the right ones? Yeah, that's the right ones. So we've got to have 2 of these, 4 of these technically. Those are too big. Those are too big, Mr. Octavius. There we go. So that's how that looks. Almost like the, oh, come on, X-Men. Kind of looks like the X-Men. Just needs to be like red and black. Or yellow, depending on who you're following. Alright, so next we need these 3 ones. These ones are this size. We need 1, 2, 3. There's the other one. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll center? 3. Alright, what in the world? What am I missing here? That's what I thought. There's only supposed to be like 2 of them. Where are they? Ollie, Ollie, Oxenfree, where did you go? There's one. These ones, they're weird. They're weird looking. But once you see this finished, you'll see that actually it works out pretty well if I can find the pieces. See, I don't like moving my pieces around too much unless I'm looking through like a big gigantic box of Legos, just because you start moving them around too much and then you miss where the other ones were sitting. There's supposed to be a second one. There's this. If you would have sorted them by colors, you could probably find it. Okay, for real. What in the world? I'm sure this piece is here. I'm positive this piece is here. But not being able to find it is becoming extremely concerning to me. Alright, fine. Let's do it your way. There's those. That, this, that, this. These are some of the smaller ones. There it is. Found it. So check that out. It almost reminds me of a like the hover things that they use on the water. To me, I think that's just awesome to begin with. Alright, so we got this one. So we got it. Oh, I guess we're not really setting it off to the side. So then in the center of that, we're going to put that. And then around that, we are going to put more of... Nope, not those. This. Okay, that does. Alright, so that has to go there. This has to go here. This one has to go here. And this one is going to go over here. Whoa! Like that. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Ding! works. We're going to find out soon enough. Alright, so now from the top here, we have to take and do one of these over here, and then we're going to have to find a half piece. Oh, come on, it's just a little half moon. There it is. Found it. It's not a big piece at all. Not a big piece at all. But that's what that ends up looking like. Now, from there, we gotta try and put these bigger pieces on there. Okay, that goes there. Ah, there's the smaller one. Found it. There they are. There they are. Where's the other bigger one? There it is. That's pretty cool. Almost looks like a targeting system. Beer detected. I don't know. That's just something Bender would say. Bender would say a lot of things that I'm not allowed to say on YouTube. Alright. So we got that little piece right there that we just attached the little one there. That's all that is. Then we get one of these. Then we gotta do 3 these little weird guys all across the top. 2, 3. Wait, 5? What? That's weird. Whatever. I don't know why. We'll figure it out. It'll be alright. Now we only need... Oh, whoops. I missed that part. Alright, so that has to go onto the backside of that. Like that. Like that. There you go. Alright. Now for the next part. Oh, we get to make another one. Kind of. Yeah, if it stays... Stay. Good boy. Good boy. Stay. Good boy. Subscribe. Stay. Alright. Let's do one of these with one of these. Just gonna piggyback it. Then we're gonna take the other 5. Put it there. Oh, we're doing 3 of these across. Alright, so we gotta do 3 of these little guys across. So we're going to do 3 of these. Ah, wrong one. There it is. At the top. So it can go underneath. And another one. That's going to go at the top. So we can go underneath. There we go. Una más. I can't remember what show it is, but there's a show where there's this lady at some really weird dinner, and what it is she ends up like she's trying to join them or something. I don't know what the whole movie's about. Anyways, so she's sitting at this dinner table, and they're like, "Why, yes, don't you want to become one of us?" And like they start screaming, "One of us, one of us," and like she ends up screaming and like I don't know, running away, or I don't know what ends up happening. I don't remember. It's a weird movie. It is a weird movie. Ah, come on, stay there so I can see. So we can see. Alright, so we need 4 of these guys. Because these are going to go 1 up. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. We put 2 of these on each side of the thing. There's that. And then we need 6 of the little itty bitty flat ones like that. So that way this. But like I said, if you guys enjoy like doing Legos or just enjoy watching people build them, don't forget to subscribe because for real, this is something I would really love to do. Something I really enjoy doing. Plus, maybe I can give you guys some tips on like how to build different things you see. Because while I don't have 650 million Lego sets, um, I've been watching like some of the videos of some other Lego stuff, and I always thought it'd be cool to show you guys like how they build some of the different things they have in their videos. Um, Anything from the lobsters to the fish to like the kitchen knives that they use. Like I don't know, they're just really really cool. It's just really neat. Ah, what's this part? Ooh, this is gonna be a little bit more difficult. Not trying to break the book. Okay, so we need two of these little guys. So we can put those side by side, and then we're going to take a little mini 3, this right here. We're going to put it in the middle, that way they stay together. I don't know why they couldn't have just used one, but whatever works. Alright, now we need small stuff here. Because we need this right here. Alright, I don't know how well you can see these little itty bitty instructions here. So, after I get done with this little part here, I'm going to just hold this up for a couple seconds so you guys can see, like, maybe get an idea of, like, what the actual pieces are that had to go into doing this part. Because these next, like, 3 pieces on each side, they're all flat pieces. But as you see, they're just really super... Like, it's kind of neat the way that some of these pieces are. That's the way that looks when you get finished with it. Now we gotta see where this goes. So far. Ah, there we go. There we go. Oh, this is Bender's mouth. Ah, that is so cool. Okay, so like where these 6 are, that's where the back side of these 6 go. So that's just gonna go right like that. So we can see his mouth. So's we can see his mouth. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. Oh no, it does make sense. Okay. So that is going to go like this. So the red connects there. Because that's just going to be flat for his mouth. And then we'll fill in the backside with other stuff. That is cool. So that's what that's going to end up looking like after you put the pieces together. That is so... I love doing this. I so love doing this. Alright. So now we need... Where is it? There it is. Right here. This right here. And I asked him, "Do you feel lucky, punk?" And he said yes. I'm not continuing that story. Hi, Tyler. How's it going? What are you doing up this late? I know what I'm doing. How do you like Bender so far? Check that out. I love it. I think this is one of the coolest. Because you get to like open up his chest and stuff. Pretty awesome. First time building Lego. No. Not for me anyways. No, I've built Legos for... I am 44 years old. Check out all the hair. I played with Legos since I was like 3 years old. All the way back when Duplo was first around. 15? Awesome. What are you doing up this late? I'm just messing with you, man. My kid's only 7, and I think he just fell asleep about, I don't know, maybe a half hour ago, and it's 11:30 right now. All right, next we need one of these and this right here, so we can put this on there, and that is going to go on here. So that way, I'm really trying to keep this. There we go, like that. Next steps. All right, let's see how these two right here, and then that right here. So we got this little piece right here, and then it's gonna go right on the back of here. When I was 9, my parents didn't know I was awake at 12 in the morning. So what were you doing at midnight? Like, I'm assuming you were probably just playing with your toys or watching TV. Alright, this gets to go onto the back here. So that's going to go like that. Then we got to flip this around. No? Alright, got this too, this one. Just on YouTube. Dude, even at my age, I still find myself awake at like 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning on YouTube. So no, I get it, man. I get it. Alright, then we got this one. I was really not like the other kids. Yeah, I... Dude, I get it. I get it. Alright, so that's going to end up looking like that once we get the other pieces put together. Yeah, it's hard when the other kids have expectations and you don't fit their criteria or whatever that crap was. Oh, so did you grow up with like older brothers and sisters and stuff? I understand that. All right, so we got this right here, this right here. What in the world? Okay, so there's different styles of these ones or what? Alright, so there's ones like this, and there's ones that are opposite. Ah, okay, I see. Two sisters and a brother. I was an only child, so I was definitely an outcast in school because no one, no one really understood. Like, I was just weird. I'm sure you can tell that already. Ah, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. Lucky. No, I definitely would not call myself lucky. Not having brothers and sisters made things actually pretty difficult in life. Because I I had like hardly no one to ever play with and stuff. Don't worry, I'm not laughing at you. I've got 6 kids. My oldest is 21, and my absolute youngest actually is a set of twins, and they are only 4. And so when I watch the kids interact, I see exactly what you're talking about, and I get it. I get it. I know it's not easy. If you want to have some space, you would be there. A lot of times, like I've noticed with mine, that when they get to be like that, it is all because they find your presence um, to be soothing to them or comforting to them when they're like frustrated or want to do stuff. I think just about all kids are like that. I think just about all kids are like that. Oh, you're going? Get me something. I want stuff. I get that. Alright, so right now we are to this part right here. And this right here is what Bender's eye looks like so far. Now we just got to add the shielding to the top, what it's saying here. So that's what we're looking for next. Which should be these little weird pieces right here. No, I know it's not funny because I know that when it comes to uh, when it comes to people asking you to do stuff for them, it does get annoying. And yeah, siblings, it would probably be three times worse. So I get it. I get it. Why does it look like Bender's gonna have hair? I mean, seriously, this is the way that this top part looks like. This is what his eyeball looks like. It looks like he's gonna have hair. And it kind of does. His eyeball looks like a go-go dancer. Alright. So we gotta do... I know he's gonna have two eyeballs, but it's probably gonna have us doing it backwards for the second one. Which is gonna be irritating. Oh no, it was almost as if I was like, right. Alright, so now we gotta add this over here? Or what? No, we gotta add this here. What? Oh, that's weird. Okay. So his eyeball just goes like that. That is so weird. That is so cool. My brother was the nice one, but if you got him mad, he would try to kill me. That honestly is really, really common when it comes to siblings. And yes, it's almost like a death battle. It's not. No, that is not uncommon. That is not uncommon at all. It is not funny. That's why I'm not laughing. Um, because that's the way siblings are with each other a lot of times. And a lot of parents don't know how to handle that kind of stuff. Sorry, I'm just trying to keep an eye. I'm trying to build and keep an eye on like what you're saying, because for real, I get it, man. Because being a kid, it can be very, very, very frustrating when I don't know when it seems like life is just taking a toll on you. I completely understand. That's awesome. That's awesome because building Legos, it is one of, I don't know, it's soothing. I mean, just to sit here and be able to do this, it's fun and entertaining to myself, and it's cool when I see other people that like it too. Okay, for real, man. I had it had to have been okay. Behind me, I'm trying to point to it. Yeah, that tub behind me that I'm pointing to, I had probably three of those when I was your age, completely filled to the brim with Legos, and my mom would go hysterical on me when I was a kid because my room, I would have them all over the place because I'd have like one little project started here, one little project started over here, then another one over here, and she'd be like, I can't even walk in your room, blah, blah, blah. Like, she would go nuts on me. But that's the part of ADHD. I'm like, my brain just goes on 25 different things all at once. Alright, got this, the other part of the eyeball that we get thrown on here, 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 and over here. Try and get this on here, anyways. Dude, I'm telling you, my life was. I did not have a bad life. I have never had a bad life. But at the same point, I've had a pretty interesting life. That's good. That's awesome. That's good to hear. Because I know sometimes a lot of parents, they freak out way too easily. And it's hard. It, it's rare to find good parents. I'm assuming by the word you used, you're not from America, are you? Because not many people in America use the word mum when they're talking about their mom. Are you serious, dog? You're snoring? I don't know if y'all can hear that, but that is my dog snoring. Okay, now instead of mad, Bender looks sad. Very, very sad. He's out of beer for now. From the UK? That's cool. Where from in the UK are you from? Alright. 4, a 3. We're going to put these together. Then we get one of... Where did it go? There it is. Huh, that is so weird. Oh, so that's literally the backside of his head? What? I feel like I'm cheated. I feel like I am desperately cheated on this part. That makes me extremely sad. Alright, so get that put together. Yay! It went together and it didn't go. That, this right here, this right here, that's the backside of his head. Literally, it shows it right there. That you just gotta kind of like, okay, I'm gonna do this over here. You gotta take this, and because of this little lip right here at the bottom, and because of this space right here, you gotta take that, put it in there, and then it just kind of slides into place, and then you click it down. I'm from Green Brown Road. Green Brown Road. I don't think I'm familiar with that. Because I believe Greensboro Borough. Oh, crud. I'm thinking Greensboro was where. I want to say Greensboro. Now, this is off the top of my head, so I'm not 1,000,000% positive. But I want to say Greensboro was where they filmed um, the movie Shaun of the Dead, and I believe that that's where the world famous Winchester pub is at. I believe. That is amazing. See, I'm sitting here in Ohio, and I gotta tell you, man, even in this little town I live in, it definitely, not a lot of the people are pretty nice. Not a lot at all. So, from the sounds of it, it sounds like you're in a very awesome place, even though your siblings drive you crazy. Alright, next steps here. Alright, so we got this one, which is going to go over the top here. Then we got these two, which are going to help hold. At least those will help hold the back half of his head on. Alright, now we get to put his head off to the side. I can't believe that. That looks so cool. He looks so sad. I gotta give him a different look. I can't help this. I can't stand this. What if I put these this way? He is not gonna. He looks like he's cold. We turned the thermostat down on his refrigerator. The way Bender looks, he looks sad. He did. And like I said, right now he looks like he's freezing. Oh, love it. Alright, let's get some more of this done. Alright, we need a couple of these, So we're going to put these in the middle. There we go. Guess he didn't get beer. Not this time around. What in the world is that showing? Oh, okay. Okay, I'll get it. Doesn't really matter where we start. Well, I guess there's only one way to put these on anyways. So that's weird. Almost looks like a spinning top. I bet we can do that. I'm going to try this after we get this done up a little bit more. Ah, come on. I heard that, or he dropped his cigar. I wonder if that's actually one of the things. I know it's the top of his head, but I really want us to try this. Alright. There's this piece, which is going to go right here in the center. Then on top of that is this. I really wonder how well this is going to work. Because I don't know. I haven't made a top out of Legos in forever. Yeah! Nope. That almost works. There we go. Now it's spinning a little bit. I don't want to mess anything up. Ah! There we go. I'm surprised it's still going. I honestly didn't think that was going to keep going. That actually didn't work out too bad. Hey, check out my computer. That's the dog that was snoring, the little white one. Oh, you're good. Hopefully you have a good night, or if you're going and getting a drink or whatever you're doing, it is all good. It is all good. Alright. So, next, we got to put on the top. The top two's hot. Because his hat needs a top. And if he doesn't have a top hat, then who is he? Ah, come on, go on there. There we go. There we go. And that's the top of Bender's head. Like, for real, this is the top of his head. There we go. There we go! That is so cool. Alright. Now that we got that on his head, I think we get to move on to the next steps. What? 100? Oh! Really, I'll be alright. I will be okay. Let's point that down a little bit. Because I was at least trying to keep some of this intact so you guys could at least see. There we go. Now we can see his head a little bit. We'll get all this put together. Okay, I know this goes to his front. I don't know if I should try and put this on yet, but we're going to try and put it on anyways. That way, it's at least somewhat stable. So we can keep his head right there. That way you guys can see him. Alright. So now we need the next bogs. We need bog 3. We need bog 3. Alright, 1, 2, 3. They are it. Let's get this one open. I would say these are some tiny pieces, but I don't know if you guys have ever done like the micro Legos. Those are insane. I cannot believe how small some of those Lego pieces get. They look awesome though. Yeah. I cannot wait. My nose. My nose knows no bounds. Alright, so first we got to start with his foot. It's looking like. Which, we've got a bunch of these little pieces, which they're going to go in the little holes around the side. So we're going to put 4 of those in. That's what this starts with anyways. It's too bad we're not doing this by the 2. Oh, we are doing this by 2s. Okay, cool. I guess we're building both legs at the same time, which is awesome to me. Alright, so there's 1. Here is number 2. So we'll get these 4 put in. There's 1. We need 1 more. 1 more. There it is. That one put it in. Alright, so once we get those put in, then what in the world? Okay, cool. Okay, so we need 2 of these. There's the second one. Alright, we're going to leave the legs off to the side like this. That way, that. There's the blue pieces. And then these. There we go. Alright, so these are going to go on right like that. That way these. Okay, there's that. Then these poles go through the bottom side in the center, up to that point. Now that would make an amazing top. These would make an amazing top. Because then you'd be able to, let's see, can I, how far, there we go. Let's not lose the Legos. Alright, so from here, we're going to turn that back right side up. And then we are going to add 1 of these to each. If I can put it in the middle. There we go. Huh, check that out. That's pretty awesome. Alright, there's that one for that one. We'll do this one for that one. Get those put down in there. Get that pushed back up there. Go! Ooh. I didn't break anything. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Alright, now we got these little guys. Where's there another one? Where's there another one? These are weird, because I don't know how these are supposed to... Oh, okay. Those do kind of fit over there. Neat. Alright, so it just fits on top of there. Cool. It's kind of cool because I can just use the center of the feet in order to set those in. They just kind of stay in place. Alright. Oh, so this does actually go on there anyways. That's the next step. Heck yeah. Alright, get those pushed down on there. Those pushed down on there. Then we have got to put these on there. So we're going to need all 8 of these in order to give his feet the power. Why? Because he just clods around. There we go. Ha ha ha. And that's what each of his feet looks like. Not too shabby. Now we get to start making the actual leg part. Why? Because Bender is Bender. And without Bender, there would be no Bender. So these should just click into place. That's what should happen. But I don't know because I haven't ever used these Legos before. These styles. Alright, so that's what that looks like once you put those together. Now towards that side, we need to put one of these. So when that clicks into spot. And what I just put in there is... Yeah, I'm not going to find another one. That's awesome. That right there. So now we've got one done. We need to make the second. A secondary. That way we have a backup. So that way when Bender bets away one of his legs again, he'll have something else to go by. Alright, so there's 2 of those. So we have those made. Next is making 4 of these. Is that correct? Okay, there's 1. There's 2. Am I doing that right? Is that the right piece I'm looking for? Yes. 2. 3. And 4. There. Now. Oh, okay. So we're going to take those 2, these ones. Alright, so we're going to take... Wait, what? 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 What are you doing to me? Oh, okay. So yeah, make sure the one you added that little thing to is all the way at the back. And then we're just going to take the other ones and add it to it. Just like that. Oh, interesting. Okay, so let's try and keep these there. That's even. That's even. No, it's not. There, now it is. So we'll try and make sure that these are evenly put on. So we'll take that. Add that one there. Add this one here. One over. Alright. And these like that. Put it like that. How's it going, Ian? I appreciate that. There we go. There's one of his feet. Bender's going to be tall. I honestly did not realize how tall Bender's going to be. It said it's supposed to be over 12 inches. Well, right there is 6. From about the bottom of my palm to my thumb. That's going to be crazy. Alright, so I'm assuming we're going to be putting Bender's legs on now. Yes! We get to put Bender's legs on. Time to put our shiny little robot to the test. To see how tall he really is. Come on, go in there. No. We're going to break him, and then we're going to have to buy him. There's one. There is 2. There is Bender. Alright. I'm going to have to put out some of his... I don't know how to... This is going to be weird. There we go. At least he's standing. I don't know how to... I don't know how to do that any other way. That... Yeah. Alright, so we're going to turn this a little bit. That way, we can put Bender right there. That works for me. I'm good with that. You good with that, Bender? Alright. Good job. Now we get to do some of the... Oh no, that's not even the final assembly. Because we still got to do his arms. Alright, so we've got... Get all my pieces over here. Alright, we've got still some more of these. So I know we're going to be building more, at least as far as his arms are concerned. But at the same point, I'm wondering what the rest of the stuff is going to be for, because not all of it matches up the way I thought it was going to. So it kind of has me a little bit worried, I guess. A little bit. Ah, my nose. Ah. Alright, so we need one of these. Ah. Alright, Bender. Where to put you, man? Where to put you? Let's sit you down. How does that work for you? There we go. There we go. That works out for me. Because then I can still... Can I? Yeah? No? Maybe? Bender, time to go to sleep. There we go. Now I can show you the... Alright, so that's going to go on the front part like that. And then we've got another one of these, but we need that, and that's got to go in the middle. Now there is, okay, this is something not a lot of people know about Legos. I'll have to show you on this other one. Do you see that line that's right there? This is technically 3 long. My thumb and index finger are covering 1. Then it's 2, then 3. In the middle of 1 and 2, there is a line, and that line actually stops different things. So if I try and put this on here, it's going to stop at that line. I cannot push it any further. So what our instructions here are telling us to do is to put it in the middle. So I have to turn this around in order to push this to the middle. So it's like that. So it looks like that. That can be very difficult in order to understand for some people. That's the only reason I took an extra second on that part. Okay. So now that we got that added to that, then we got to find what? Okay, I guess we're looking for one of these. One of these. These are 2 different pieces. This one has a little notch at the bottom. So what it's saying is this one without the notch needs to go inside of that one so they go together. I don't know why they would do that. I don't understand that. Whatever. Alright, so now we got our 2 put on there. So it looks like that. Then next we got to put in our little gray piece down here. Yeah, that's the gray piece. So it goes like that. And that one's got another little stopper in between. Like I said, some of this stuff does get a little difficult at times. Alright. Oh, this is his hand. What? That's cool. Okay, so we gotta have one of these. One of these. And then this. There we go. And then one of these, followed by one of these with a little, that's going to go there, and there's going to be another one on top of that, and then one of these. Alright, so we got to make 2 of those. Yeah, 2 of those. So let's do one more. And 1. Alright, so these go on the top one. That is so cool. That is so cool. Because you can like bend his fingers, can make him go down and up. Dude, that is so cool. This is what I love about Legos, man. This is what I mean. This is why I like Legos so much. Alright, so then the other one, on the other hand, we gotta turn this one to the side instead. Then we gotta add these on. Those ones in that. There we go. And that just clicks on to the side. Wait, what? Ah, okay. So it looks like that. Almost looks like a boxing glove. I don't know if this is supposed to go all the way in or not. Probably not. Because these can go all the way down. Dude, that is such a trip. There's Bender for you. That would be one of Bender's typicals. That is so cool. Anyways, okay, so now we got 1 and 1. So we can start making the arms, the actual arms. Ah, my ear! Sorry. Alright, so 1, 2 more. Or, well, 1 more. 1, 2. Then we need this, like, O-ring thing. Oh, because that's going to go around. Okay, okay. That's weird, because that's, like, flexible. That's weird. Boing, boing, boing. Alright, so that. So does this just not... So I'm trying to see if this, like, is supposed to fit on there better. No, I guess that's all the further it goes. Oh well. Alright. Now, which arm is this we just made? I want to say it's his right arm. It is. It is. It will be alive. Okay, now, the way they have made this is that if they have followed the suit of what normal the normal Lego set did for like how many clicks each of these is, it is actually created so that you can do stop motion animation a little bit easier using actual Legos. So that's actually one bright side to Legos. Alright, so now we're going to do the other half of this, which should be fairly simple. As long as they send us enough pieces. Did you? Did you really? Do 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 do. Let's see how. Oh yeah, that's right. Our little weird. I still want to know why they do it this way. It just doesn't make any sense to me. This part right here just doesn't make any sense. But it works. So it doesn't have to make sense. There's that and that. So we've got that right here. Then we get to put the beginnings of his fingers on. There we go. Man, this is so cool. I am so absolutely in love with this. I can't believe how well they actually did with... I can't believe how well they did with this stuff. Let's get finger on here. Come on. Let's get the second finger on here. And like I said, I think one of the coolest parts about all of this is that they made it to where you can actually do the stop motion animation. I think that would just be neat to actually work with. Because that's one thing. I've done a lot of different things in my life, and I think that would be something that, while it would be very tedious, very difficult to do, and do well, I think it would actually be pretty fun. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Show the fingers over there. That way your thumb's not getting in the way. Or I guess we can make it to where it doesn't look like fingers are broken. There we go. Oh, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Oh yeah, put that on his hand. There we go. Well, guys, there ain't much left to go. There ain't much left to go. Because now that we have his other arm in spot, there ain't gonna be much else to do. Can't believe it. That looks so cool. Come on, Bender. Stand up a little bit. Say hi to the nice people. Kiss my shiny yellow butt. I don't know. Now get those pieces out of the way. And finally, we will get to... That's cool. That's cool. That's gonna... Yes. Yes. This is very fitting for how to end the Bender. Because honestly, I didn't realize, like, I thought it was just Bender, but this is not just Bender. You guys will see. You guys will see. It comes with a plaque. That is so cool. That is so cool. Like, that's literally specialized. That's... Come on. Open it. There we go. Got it. See? I wonder how well that looks under... That almost looked like glow in the dark or something. Oh, that's weird. Let's see here. Oh, wow. Those are like metallic. That is neat. I can't believe they're like metallic. There we go. But those really are painted so differently. So differently. Who are you? I am a Ninja Turtle. I have no idea. What? You won't be able to see this on this camera, but you will be on this one. Check that out. It actually says Slurm. For any of you that don't know what Slurm is like the official drink of Futurama. That's just awesome. Oh man, I don't care how bad I ever get made fun of for this. I absolutely love this. This is great. Alright, so now we need gold. We need gold. Real gold. That way we can make all the infidels jealous. Alright, so that's going to go in there like that. Then we're going to put our two little pieces here. There we go. Kiss my shiny yellow butt. Shiny metal butt. That's what it is. Alright. So then this actually gets attached with this. Oh, this is awesome. Alright, I gotta make you stand up, dude. Oh, come on. Whoop. Don't worry, I'm just trying to break his legs. He gotta break his stinky legs. There we go. Alright. This makes me very, very sad. Okay, so I'm going to have to take this, shrink this down a little bit, move this over. You know what? I'm going to move it down here. There we go. Now you guys can see Bender a little bit better. Because this is where this starts getting good. Why? Because Bender officially has his Bender necklace. Brought to you by the Mafia. And if you guys never saw that episode, I'm sorry. Because, yeah. The table I'm using is not exactly stable, so, yeah. Oh, I can't believe this. Alright, so now we got... Oh. Oh. Now we got some of his... There's one bottle. One little, two little, three little bottles. Aww. Maybe? There we go. That's the camera you're officially watching, like the bigger camera. There we go. There's one. Cool. So the Slurm gets this. And then... Ha! Nice! Robot oil. Love it, man. Mom's old-fashioned robot oil. And if you don't know who Mom is, oh, dude. I feel bad for you. I feel bad for you. Alright, so there's that. So that's his that's his typical liquor intake. So then we got this piece right here. This piece right here. This one right here. Then we got two of these. Where's the other one? There it is. Because right now we get to build the stage that his display stage. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Cool. That is what we were working on building. It's just those three pieces, and then you just add the little plate. Blam. Bender. Bender. Oh, I guess we gotta put these on just to make sure. Just to make sure it stays good and stable. Alright, there we go. now we've got this, and then we've got this. There we go. Alright, and then we got that, and this. Wow, that's actually a pretty big display stage. I'm kind of surprised. I wasn't expecting it to be this big because usually most displays are, I'm not going to say chintzy, but they definitely usually aren't as big as this is. Oh, come on. There we go. Alright, now we gotta add that. Alright, so we're to that part of the stage. Add on the two bigger pieces. And then it looks like once we get these other two on here, that it should be oh, okay, so that goes here, this goes here, this goes here. That must be where this sits on top of there, but I would hope that they're going to add a little bit more to it, because it doesn't seem... Let's see. Okay, I was right. It ain't much, but at least it's better than what it was going to be. Alright, make these 4. This right here. Here. Here, and here. Alright, so that's what that looks like at this point. Because like right here, they're in the corners is where they have the little single dots at. Alright, so there's that. And we've got, yeah, got it to that point. Up to that part. Up in here, up in here. Ah, so that actually rounds out everything else. Alright, so big, huge, round circle piece you see in the picture is a pain in the butt to get on here. There's just there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it on that. Alright, that's what that ends up looking like. Now we got to add on all the awesome shiny stuff. So that goes there. That goes there. This goes here. These go off to the side. I'm impressed. This is turning out way better than I thought it would. And it really hasn't been that difficult. Like, I honestly was expecting this to go a lot harder than what it has. So I'm actually very, very happy about that. No! I was fully expecting him to fall anyways. You'll be fine. Don't worry. Here. Aw, I thought he was going to be able to hold it easier. What if we turn this around? Is it going to be possible? It is! I mean, we got to tilt him back a little bit, but... Good job, Bender. Keep up the good work. Alright, this one goes here. This one goes here. So far, we've got this looking like this. That is the majority of it. Yeah, you see my camera thing in the background. The light turned on. Oh, cool. So it actually shows, like in the instructions, it shows where to place his feet so that way he actually stays up stabilized. So this should go here, this should go here. Yeah, this should go there, this should go here. Okay, finally, I got one foot. Alright, I know this doesn't look right. I know it doesn't. But oh, come on. Open up, Bender boy. There we go. And then we can place your beer for safekeeping in your nice, new, cold refrigerator. And that is Bender. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this. I know I did. And to Tyler, if you don't see this by the time I put the video or it gets uploaded to YouTube eventually, which it's probably going to take till tomorrow night, I really hope everything starts going better for you, man. Don't forget to stay in touch, and I hope everybody has a good night. But for now, peace out, and I will see you guys in the next video.